When you put them in, don't push it right up against the cast. Give it a little bit of a gap. That staple will stand out a little more. Like that. Now that gives the plaster something to grab onto. If that staple is flush down into that cast, it's not doing you any good. So I'll do a couple here. Just because there's a problem. There seems to be some kind of prominence there. All right, let's make some plaster. Consistency of this plaster.
Pretty thick.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter,
that's
sour
a good
cream,
one.
cake frosting, something like that. All right, let's do a buildup here. Note this technique of dragging the spatula across it like that. Buildups aren't going to look pretty at first. We'll sculpt them later. But you'll get the idea.
How much are we trying to build up?
Oh, 3 millimeters or so, depends.
Okay.
Maybe a little more around this cut into the bone. But all this will get smoothed out with fabric cut during the smoothing process. Oops. May look terrible now, but it won't for long. Remember, you're always going to have enough that you want to be able to take away some. There's a little hole there that needed filling. My posterior seam. And this little guy here. Now, see if I got enough here to make that side wall.
Now, am I looking at the posterior? You're looking at the posterior side right
Looking
now?
at what you want to look at.
What are you looking down?
Yeah, this is the posterior.
Okay, thank you.
It's gonna be like here if you're doing that so you don't have, like you have relief when you sit down.
Oh, okay.
Normally I'm doing this.
Some sort of a
like
flare.
so.
This is kind of like a different kind of build-up for this.
Is that kind of similar to like a trough? You just kind of smooth it out?
It's a wall. I don't usually do walls, so this is kind of.
You want us to do the walls 3 millimeters too?
No, they're a little more. This creates a flared kind of trim line, kind of build up. about out of plaster there.
Need some more?
Nope. I think I'm all right. So within a couple minutes, your plaster will set up a little bit. And then you can take your Sureform file and get all the bumps off of it. Just gently. Cleaner file, there we go. Just gently. At this point, it's kind of the consistency of like cheese. I did that one last, so probably wait a minute. And this is just general smoothing. We're not getting it perfect or even pretty at this point. Just trying to take away some of the stuff you know you don't need.
So the measurements that we have, those are only for before the build-up or for after?
Before, no?
Good question. Probably before. I have to double check on that.
Okay.
A little more, a little drier. And the goal is to keep your fabric cut kind of wet. You're going to build up wet plaster in here. And that wet plaster is going to fill in little gaps. It's going to take off things from where you don't want it and replace it where you do want it. See how that just kind of moves that plaster around? And all those little grooves and crevices that I had from that material, they just kind of get filled in by the loose plaster within the fabric cut. We kind of smooth things out a little bit. Water.
You're just trying to melt it all together now, basically?
Yeah.
And like filling this gap is unnecessary, but
Correct. That is outside of trim lines and does not matter. Take that fabric cut. You can work it like that. Create a nice little plaster groove. You see that? How that's coming through? Just my finger. How do we get rid of those, huh?
I don't know, it's almost decent.
The magic of the sponge. Get a wet sponge. It's lumpy as hell, needs a little more work, but that's the gist of it. Wet sponge makes all the fabric cut lines go away. So,
Where'd you get this from?